Schechter.
I'm Michael Anastasia.
And welcome to the $60 podcast today. We've been blessed to be joined with
my sister, Kathleen Anastasia.
Kat, care to say a few words?
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm 22 years old, and I never learned how to ride a bike.
Dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this is kind of weird because I know so many people who don't know how to ride a bike, which I always thought was just something you learned as a kid.
And is
It
there
should be.
like a characteristic between all these people that are
They're
the
women.
same? Oh.
They're women. Yeah. I know every dude I know knows how to ride. Wait, Mikey, do you know how to ride a bike?
Of course I do.
Okay, every dude I know knows how to ride a bike.
Well,
Very few women apparently know to ride a bike in my
it's not our
circles.
fault, though.
What do you mean?
Kathleen, I've offered to teach you how to ride it so many times.
I
And
also
you
just
failed.
when we were kids.
I also feel like there's a bigger barrier
Your
of entry to
zipper-
bikes for men than women because, nuts.
Yeah. Can't deal with them.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Okay. Dan, how old were you when you learned to ride a bike?
Without training wheels?
Yeah.
I was 6 or 5. I think I was 6.
Okay, Michael, how old were you?
I think I was 8.
8's a little old.
Yes.
Again, our parents did not try. They did not teach us.
He
Okay.
learned?
By himself.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I think you pushed me.
Yeah, the person
Yeah.
who did know how to ride a bike was like,
Yeah.
I'll help you, though.
Yeah. No, I just realized.
Did
it was
I
not
teach
my
you to
dad.
swim?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I taught myself to swim because our dad would also not teach us that. And our mom, who grew up on, one of the world's tiniest islands, does not know how to swim.
Does
Up
your
till
mom
now.
really not know
She has
this
no
one?
idea how to swim.
No idea how to swim.
Are you-
I tried teaching her when I learned how to swim. I learned how to swim at 9.
That's weird. My girlfriend, who's from Jamaica, also does not know how to swim.
Are you fucking serious?
Abby has no fucking idea
What
how to
the hell?
swim. Nobody in that family knows how to swim.
Oh, well, that's worse.
It's insanity.
Oh my god. And they moved to Florida.
They moved from Jamaica to Florida.
Damn.
They never learned?
They never learned, apparently.
Okay.
And she's told me stories about almost drowning, coming out of a water slide.
Oh, no.
And I don't know. How did you learn how to swim? Because I'm Dan Schechter. I had lessons at our pool. That came off so snobby.
Fuck you.
Yeah, no, but it was pretty lit. I was on my swim team
Were you really?
for a while. Yeah, ever since
Cool.
4th grade I was doing, or no, 3rd or 2nd grade I was doing swimming, as a sport competitively.
At your school?
It was a club thing, and then in 6th grade I was on the swim team and I played water polo.
At your school?
Yeah, at my school.
Your middle school had a pool?
Yeah.
Wow. Her middle school was a renovated city furniture.
Wait, are you
Yes.
fucking serious?
Yes.
Swear to God.
And it's so funny. There was a McDonald's right in front of the school. So
Okay.
they put this humongous McDonald's sign on the school.
That's
On the
amazing.
on the
of it.
side of the building.
Yeah,
That's so
it was
fucking
too
cool.
close that even the car pickup line for the students had to go around the McDonald's. It was on our side
The
of
sign
the
was
plaza.
twice the size of me.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking insane.
If you are driving
Of the refurbished city furniture.
yes. If you are driving northbound and are passing Lantana Road,
Okay.
you can see the top half of our school where the McDonald's billboard is.
That's
Not the name of the school.
Not the name of the school. Not that there is a
McDonald's.
school there.
but the important stuff, the McDonald's.
But
Yeah.
the McDonald's is there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so fucking weird.
Uh-huh.
In my middle school, we had an entire ice rink donated by one family.
What?
Yeah, Lufkin Arena at Rumsey Hall was donated by the Lufkin family.
Fuck you.
I did stay mad. We also in high school, I went to boarding school just
How
for
much
some
was
background.
boarding school?
Okay, so I don't know exactly, but I've heard around $60,000 a year. Yeah, because I was living there at all times.
Of course.
Yeah, because it's boarding school. But another snobby thing about my boarding school. My boarding school was so old that they wanted to tear down one of the buildings to build a whole new like English center or whatever the hell, and they actually had to keep the facade of it up because it was so old and historic that the state would not let them tear it down completely. Yeah, nah, it was lit.
Renovated city furniture
Versus historic Suffield Academy.
Holy shit.
Dude, that school went downhill. Did I ever tell you that I was the like
You were
event?
the catalyst.
Yeah, because I got caught smoking weed. I'm very open and honest about it. And then a bunch of freshmen got kicked out right around when I got kicked out.
I don't know if I told the story, but when me and Kat were at the next campus of that same school, she was in the middle school portion. Like, that school originally that was there, that was the city furniture, just became like elementary.
Okay, yeah.
So this one was middle school and high school, but there was one 5th grade elementary honors class, and I was there, and that made things really easy because then my parents would drop us both at the same school. So the next year when I got out of that class, there was a kid in the new 5th grade class that brought an entire shoebox of weed to show everybody.
In 5th grade?
In 5th grade.
I assume he didn't know what it was.
He did.
Oh, wow.
He went there specifically to show off how much weed he had.
Did he sell any?
I don't know.
Like, was this like him trying to like break into the market?
I have no idea.
What a guy.
But I was leaving early that day. So I was sitting in the office, and my mom pulls up, and the principal is standing outside thinking that it's the kid got caught, obviously.
No, what?
Crazy. The principal sees my mom pull up and thinks that it's the mom of the kid who brought the weed, and she gets like right up in her face and says, "The police are on the way." And my mom's like, "What?" And then she just keeps walking, picks me up, and goes back in the car.
Damn, dude.
And she's still upset to this day that the principal never apologized to her.
Yeah, the principal fully saw it. Not the right parent.
Yeah.
At all.
I don't know. I can't. Principals are fucked. Or no, you know who's I fucking hated the most? Dina students never had a good experience. Actually, no. Clayton Ketchum was pretty lit, but Dina students suck. I've not had many good experience with them.
All my deans have been pretty cool to me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I guess he was kind of cool, but he lied about me coming back to Suffield.
Oh, he was one of them advocating against you?
It turns out, yeah, because he was like... And he also lied to my family. It wasn't like he lied to me.
Uh-huh.
He told everybody, like, yeah, listen, he goes to rehab for a grip, cleans up, he'll be back in spring. I got kicked out right at the start of the winter term. And I got a letter while I was in rehab, like, hey, you are not welcome back to Suffield. You can't even get on the premises.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so fucked.
I was. No, he did me really fucking dirty.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he was a really cool dude before that.
Okay.
Like, so back then, like, this is right when I discovered, like, hey, maybe I'm not a super liberal Democrat. And I started getting into politics. Hang on, this story makes sense.
Okay.
And there was this English teacher whose name I'm not gonna say. And she was just super liberal the entire, like, she was very outspokenly liberal. And she like was starting to shut me down in class because like I was always this like, and at least in high school I was always open-minded in speaking and, you know, all that stuff. And I grew up with adults all my life, so I always felt comfortable talking to an adult, like, as a kid. And I was talking to her, and we just started talking about politics at one point. And I was super conservative with my thoughts. And then all of a sudden, my grades in that class started tanking. And I thought,
you sure?
No, I swear to God, no, because I thought I was tripping at first.
Oh.
And then, like, we did a presentation on the Scarlet Letter, and everybody thought I did a great presentation. I answered all their questions, all that stuff, and then I got like a 60 on it. And I'm like, hey, Miss X,
Yeah.
what's up with this? And she just started listing a bunch of bullshit reasons. And I'm like, hey, I asked all my classmates, like, hey, what do you think about that? And like, hey, yeah, no, that was kind of fucked up. Then my essays started coming back, and I was getting like 50s and 60s and 70s before I was getting like 90s and 80s. And then like it got to the point where I like went to the dean, like the academic dean,
Yeah.
to get an investigation started about her tanking my grades. And then I got kicked out, and then I was never asked to come back. So I do think that did play a role in all actuality. This is also one of the teachers that called me a Nazi for wearing a MAGA hat during Halloween. As a young Jewish boy, yes.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My deans were all right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We had one. I think he got fired for, like, he was dating one of the PE teachers,
Okay.
and they had just. I think that they were fighting in, like, on the school premises,
Okay.
and like both were let go, but,
This was public school, right?
yes,
We only went to public school.
yeah,
Okay, because I was going to say, like, yeah, it makes more sense for that to get you fired out of public school than a private school.
yeah. There was one time that I was leaving early with a friend, and I had, like, brought in a note that day to the office telling them, hey, I'm leaving early with a friend. And then my mom called them to let them know, hey, allow Michael to leave with a friend.
Yeah.
And then I left with the friend,
Naturally.
of course. No problems there yet. And then, like, the next week, because it was a Friday, I get called into the dean's office, and he's like, where were you 7th period on Friday? And I said,
Okay, what'd you say?
I left early. He was like, well, were you with the bunch of kids that left early and were sitting out on the, like, pavilion or whatever?
Were
I
there
was like,
a bunch of kids that left early?
no, it was just me and my friend.
Okay.
Totally separate group from us.
I got you.
It was like, no, I gave in a note saying that I was leaving early. My mom called, said it was all right, and my friend's parents signed me out. He was like, I'll look into it, go back to class. And then the one other time I saw him, I actually was skipping class, and he just
Okay.
rode right past me.
Well, that's not too bad.
No. And then the next dean that we had after he got fired was my favorite teacher, and he didn't give a shit.
You had deans that were also teachers?
He was a teacher, but then became a dean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
got called into the dean's once.
When?
What'd you do?
That's the thing. I didn't do anything.
Was this with...
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
So my other friend got called in too, and I was in the middle of a test, and I had never done anything wrong in my whole entire life.
Uh-huh.
Except for this fucking...
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me make it clear. Kat has been on the brink of death. Like, literally pushing a kidney infection as far as she can. The doctor said that she should have been in a week ago. And she went to school every single fucking day.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I never
Kat
missed school.
never fucking missed
I
a day
never
of school.
missed a day of school.
Never.
Ever.
She was fucking
until
insane.
I went in the
She's
hospital.
insane. Until literally she was hospitalized.
And I'm literally on the brink of death. They said I definitely could have died.
Yeah.
Mikey told me a story that you got into a car wreck with him, and then Mikey didn't go to school because it was a car wreck, and then you showed up to school.
You did.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct. Anyways, my story. Yeah.
Kat's never done a single bad thing at school ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
So I'm in the middle of a test, and I have a substitute teacher. And
Okay.
she announces to the whole class, she's like, who's Kathleen? She's getting called to the dean's office. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm freaking the fuck out. I am shaking. I am sweating through all of my clothes. And
Jesus Christ.
No, we sweat bad.
We sweat so
The
fucking
you
bad.
Anastasia.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
I'm glad to see I'm
And-
not the only one. I have horrible sweat.
Yours
Yeah.
doesn't go through your clothes though.
Well, no, that's because I wear black stuff all the time.
And,
That's
true.
like,
That's
we didn't
originally
even
why I started
start
wearing
the
black
test yet.
t-shirts.
She only just passed out the test. And
Ooh, that's fucking up your whole
It was like
mojo.
a 60 question test for AP European history.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was an AP. Well, no, you only had AP and IB.
I did.
Wait, IP?
IB, yeah.
What's IB?
International.
Bachelorette
Or
program.
not bachelorette. Definitely not
Yeah,
bachelorette.
it is. Bachelorette? I
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
What's if for a bachelor's degree?
It's
Because
college
if it-
credits.
Then
for
it would
high
be a
school classes.
bachelor. Yeah, it'd be a bachelorette. I think so.
Anyways.
International
Decathlon?
Bachelorette.
Decathlon is like the math
This word.
contest. International BACCALAURATE.
That's not what I wanted you to do, Dan.
No, hang on. I want to spell it out for them so when I pronounce this, they understand where my head's at.
I think it's baccalaureate.
I think it
Yeah,
it
that's
does
what I
seem
said.
Shut up.
no, this no.
not the
Dan's dyslexic.
Baccalaureate? Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
dyslexic.
baccalaureate. So am I. Yes.
Cat, alright, listen, you're the only one with normal fucking reading skills. Let's see it.
Anyways.
The same person who made me dyslexic birthed her too, though.
Oh, fuck.
Keep that in mind.
You got
Tell your story. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I could not read. I already have ADHD. I can't read to save my fucking life.
He needs perfect silence. There cannot be a peep.
Like if the fan's too loud, I can't understand a single thing I'm reading. It's just really awful
Okay.
when you're in school and like have to read things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
tends to happen at school.
People never be shutting up. It's
No.
crazy.
And I just could never get my work done because of that. Because I only hear the outside noises and I can't hear the voice in my
Uh-huh.
head reading to me. So I could not understand anything on the test. I put random answers for every single question and handed it in and walked to the dean's office. And he's like, "You were doing drugs in the bathroom with
My
this person."
God, that's a
I'm like,
big one.
Yeah.
That's something you don't fuck around with.
I was like, what?
I got kicked out of school for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, this person said that they saw your shoes and this other girl's shoes
Oh my
in
fucking
the
God.
same stall, and you two were doing drugs in there. I'm going to whisper in your ear who it was because I don't want to say it.
Are you fucking
Yes!
serious? Are you fucking
Yes.
serious?
So the other
having a
person
strong reaction.
is
It's
even
so-
more of like a goody two shoes than I
even
was.
better than Kat.
Would have
I didn't know
never-
whether to use better or worse, but
Yeah.
she's. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't think she
Still-
knows what drugs are.
No. Absolutely not. Probably thinks ibuprofen is too much of a drug to take.
Probably.
Okay. So the fact that they placed both of us in there and said both of us were doing drugs, like there's no fucking way. And he was like, it's either that or you guys were making out in the bathroom. What the fuck?
Oh.
And I was just so fucking pissed. I was like, I just failed a huge exam for this shit. And it's because someone in the school hated my guts.
Oh, I remember hearing about this story.
Oh, there were a few people in the school that hated my guts.
Kat, what the fuck are you doing making
many people
enemies?
hated me in high school.
Why? What were you doing?
I wasn't
Associated
doing
with the wrong
anything.
people.
I was associated with the wrong people. Yes. For multiple reasons. They just either they were horrible people to begin with, or I was friends with guys whose girlfriends did not like that.
Who I went to school with.
Or my ex-boyfriend was spreading a ton of rumors about me that were really bad, and other people were spreading a ton of rumors about me. This one girl spread to the my whole class that I was drugged and raped.
I fucking Christ.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
We sat down and had lunch with that woman.
Oh my
Like,
God.
nearly every day.
They were also my best friend.
Yeah.
So.
God, I remember the worst rumor that started about me was I picked my nose in like second grade.
What about Dick Pic Dan?
That wasn't a rumor. That was
That was very matter of fact.
that. You know,
That
that
this
was.
is what happened.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Ugh. Said that with your whole chest. Jesus Christ.
What?
Screamed it.
Dick Pic Dan.
Oh my. Anyway.
So how did that resolve itself?
Oh, so they placed me in there when I wasn't even at school at the time. It was past the time that I left because I had senior privilege. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. I wasn't even there. And he was like, okay, because he had no proof or anything, and they just let me go.
They could do that?
Yeah, they had no proof.
Why bring you in?
Because someone said something and they
So,
just
wait,
thought
they
I
thought you that you would
confessed or
just.
something.
Oh.
Yeah.
We had very different interactions in the dean's office.
He's like, your story has to match up with so-and-so's or whatever. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
It was stupid. And I failed a huge exam for that.
It's
So,
fucking ridiculous.
yeah. But yeah, it was because someone didn't like me at school and went and told the dean to try to get me kicked out. Girls are awful.
I'm noticing
Girls
that.
are awful people.
Yeah.
I've-
They stab you in the back in ways you couldn't even think were imaginable.
Anyway, to lighter news. I have a question. What is like a lot of times to be called to the dean's office?
5.
5? Okay.
A year?
Like, yeah, say a year.
I would say total.
Oh.
Like, ever?
Yes.
Ooh. I'm realizing slowly but surely I was not that great of a kid in high school.
Okay.
Because I was in the dean's
What
office.
were you doing?
All right, so a lot of the times it wasn't even my fault. Like, there was this one time I was
I don't know if I believe
I was
you.
all right, so the football team, I was on the football team in 10th grade, and they came like 10 days early for preseason.
Your high school had a football team?
Yeah, we
had
yeah.
people
We
that
had
threw a
furries.
football.
We never had any furries.
Oh no, we had the band tails.
They still wore them.
They still that didn't stop them. No.
Yeah.
Oh my, no, never, none of that whack ass shit.
We went to an art school.
That'll do it. That will
Yeah.
absolutely do it.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we came in like 10 days early for the like preseason, and so like the team could get to know each other, and the new kids would like have some friends for the first day,
Okay.
or at least some people they knew. And I was hanging out with one of the guys, just sitting at a table, and like we had like a student union type deal where like you would just hang out when you didn't have classes, or you go back to your dorm or whatever.
Okay.
And another guy's sister went to the school who was on the team, and let's call the dude I was with. Let's say Stevie. Stevie and I are sitting there and we're talking. Then all of a sudden we see this guy's sister walk by, and Stevie yells as loud as he can, "Damn, I'ma plow her like a field." And he was a senior and she was a 9th grader. And
Oh,
she obviously
God.
freaked the fuck out about this. So that was the first time I was ever called in the dean's office because I was there, and I immediately flipped. I was like, "Yo, listen, that was not me. I will be
Yeah.
completely honest. I'll fucking snitch. I'll snitch in a
Anybody who would
heartbeat."
say that is not worth defending.
Yeah, nah. He also tried to charge me $100 for a cart once, which was
Fuck him.
insanity. Another time, there was this girl, who, let's say Lisa. Lisa was there was like 6 Lisas, and she was the only African American Lisa. And I remember always calling her Black Lisa, like to her face.
Okay.
And no, yeah, you're grimacing. And in hindsight, no, this was horrible. I was walking down the hall, and I was just like, "Hey, Black Lisa." And she didn't vibe with that. And all of a sudden, I just...
Oh no.
And no, I swear to God, I called her that all the time.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, it just wasn't cool. And I got called to the dean's office. He's like, "Hey, Dan, what's up, bud?" And I'm like, "Not much, Mr. Lynch. What's going on?" And he's like, "Hey, so, the fuck were you doing with what was with that? And I'm like, oh, I always called her that. And he's like, so I don't think I need to tell you this, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. You can't be doing that. And I'm like, in hindsight, yeah, no.
Okay, but like, why were you doing that?
Because that's just no. There was like 6 Lisas.
Okay.
And
who deemed her?
I just remember me calling her. Like I remember, like it wasn't like me calling like oh, did you see Black Lisa? Like I called her that to her face. Like I was like, hey, Black Lisa, how are you?
Her.
Yeah, and she was like, hey, Dan.
I assume to distinguish
To distinguish
from the other
her,
Lisas.
yeah, because like I was in a class with her and there was like 2 other Lisas
Okay.
in there. So it's like, hey, Black Lisa, and she's like, hey, Dan, what's up? And that's just how we talked in that class.
Okay.
And then I was just in the hallway and I was just like, hey, what's up? And yeah, it didn't pass the vibe check.
Okay.
I was young. I was, in hindsight, listen, with retrospect, insane thing for me to have been doing.
Hey, White Dan.
Listen,
how you going, brother?
If there was like 6 other Dans and there was only one and I was the only white Dan, I'd absolutely be like, yeah, I'm the white Dan.
Jew Dan.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Well, Jew Daniel works better than Jew Dan.
Jew Daniel.
Yeah. So, and then just a bunch of other stuff happened where I was called into the dean's office. Like, I went like maybe like 12 times in a single year.
Holy fuck.
But like most of the times I was like it was like, hey.
Stop it. Cut it out.
Not even that. It was
what was the worst one?
Probably when I got kicked out.
Oh, well, okay.
Probably getting expelled.
Right.
Or like, hey, this is how we're going to expel you.
Yeah.
Like they gave like a mock trial and it was weird.
Huh.
Essentially a trial. You know what Oppenheimer? You know we just all saw Oppenheimer, right?
Yes.
Great movie. Best Christopher
Very,
Nolan
very
movie I've
movie.
ever seen.
I
I think
agree.
it's his best work.
I think so too.
So you know like what
I've
Oppenheimer?
only seen one of the other ones because it's the only one you can
And I
remember.
can't help but agree.
All right.
And you know like Oppenheimer, like it wasn't a court, like it wasn't court, but it was essentially court.
Yeah.
That was rough. That was essentially what it was.
Huh.
That was like the most. That's what I could relate to it the most. Not what Robert Downey Jr. was doing, like him.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
What was like the most mad a faculty member has gotten at you?
Oh, it was also in there. It was the head of all the departments,
Yeah.
and he was actually my chemistry teacher at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just sort of like, because I was smoking, it was weed that got me in trouble, and there was some students that sat on it with there, or sat in on it, like representatives or whatever, and I had just, like everybody was smoking weed at that school. It was just something you did, and I had smoked with those 2 students, and I said like, yo, this is insanity. Listen, I get it, I'm in trouble. I should have sobered up, but I obviously have issues here. Like, I have a drug problem. So I think it's insane that we're punishing me for this when I said, like, listen, this is just a growing pains that almost all kids go through. I know I could name hundreds of kids at this school who have smoked weed before and who probably still smoke weed, who are probably smoking weed right now in their dorm. And my chemistry teacher did not vibe with that. He, like, stood up and started screaming at me.
What?
Yeah. It was a kangaroo trial. Listen, I should have been kicked out. I broke the rules.
Yeah.
There was no reason for me to stay.
Okay, but still.
How did you get caught?
I was in my dorm room, and my roommate. Oh, it was our first day there, and my roommate tickled me, and I don't vibe. You guys have seen me getting tickled, and I was screaming. Because I hate it.
You do.
And
Why was your roommate tickling you?
Cause that's just what you did. Like it wasn't gay. It wasn't gay or anything. It was just like we were fucking around. And so my dorm parent, that's the teacher that like lives in the dorm, makes sure everything's okay, walks up and she's like, "Hey, what's going on? Are you guys okay?" And I was like, "Oh, we're fine. And apparently, to quote him, As soon as she left, I was saying at full volume, "Do you think she noticed? Do you think she noticed? Do you think she noticed?" She then backpedaled, opened the door, and said, "Yeah, I noticed." And so we had a 2-strike system. That was my first strike. And the second one, I actually have no idea why. But they decided, they had this policy where once you get caught, you can be drug tested at any time with 0 notice.
Mm-hmm.
And they finally drug tested me. I was the first kid I think they ever drug tested, to be honest. And I failed the drug test.
Oh.
Yeah.
Noticed what? Like the smell of the room?
Oh, that was just like my eyes were bloodshot.
Oh,
The
okay.
room stank. And I was obviously high.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, then I had and I'm kind of thankful for it because it lined
Right.
me up for a lot more success in life that I did eventually get kicked out. Because now I'm sober. I've 4.5 years clean.
Mm-hmm.
I've met all you wonderful people. I'm back
Yeah.
in my home state. I have a great support system. And yeah, it's also given me a lot of chance to work on myself, like introspective wise.
Right.
And I gotta say, my journey of recovery has introduced me to a lot of amazing people that I'm extremely thankful for.
Any tip you could give somebody who may be in the process of recovery?
Like getting like they have clean time already, or they want to get clean.
Either or.
If you want to get clean, or you think you have a drug problem, say you have a drug problem. Don't, because there was a lot of times where I was making these very vague cries for help. Just like, I remember one time I was hanging out with a bunch of friends and just like randomly I'm like, yo, I am so fucking depressed. I absolutely hate myself. And then I tried to play it off as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just didn't know how to ask for help from anybody, not even my parents. And if you are clean, there's been so much said from other from other recovering addicts that I want to come up with my own thing. So I guess I don't know. It's a lot easier once you're sober. It's a lot easier to not do drugs than do drugs. You know what I mean?
Like
And
once you're actually in it, it doesn't seem as big as it did before.
that, and also like it's hard to buy drugs. What? I don't know how to buy drugs anymore. I could not get drugs if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Sure, I could drink, but then I have to drive and like buy the stuff.
Right.
Or I could just sit in my room and just read a book or play video games or hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier once you're out of it. And it gets easier. But I will say, life does not get easier. You know what I mean? Life is still going to suck at times.
Yeah.
But dealing with the suck gets a lot easier.
On the topic of drugs, of course you should always do your own research and use responsibly. I understand that you have something to say about that.
Oh, Kat,
Kathleen.
please.
I guess I'm just really interested in the science and like the history behind hallucinogenics. I've taken a lot of classes on it.
You were gonna
UF.
say I've taken a lot of hallucinogens.
No,
Just done a
no.
ton of acid my sophomore year.
All research was conducted in my own head.
No, UF actually talks about the benefits of hallucinogenics a lot.
Well, yeah, now that they're being less stigmatized, I feel like a lot more places are being a lot more open and welcoming to the idea of hallucinogenics for holistic purposes.
I know, but
Right.
I took a class called Plants and Spirituality, and the whole
I'm
class
upset that they offer that at a state school. Ugh.
at the #1 university in Florida.
Yeah.
Plants and spirituality.
Yeah.
Yes.
That shit
was
would
the
never
one,
fly
like,
at FAU.
cryptids?
Each week we went over a different hallucinogenic, and that was the whole class.
Oh, I'm not against it, but spirituality, ugh. Fuck
Well,
that.
Here's why it was called that, because we went over like what the hallucinogenic was, what it did, scientifically what it did on the brain, any studies having to do with it, but we also went into the religious parts of it and the history behind its usage.
I got you.
So that's why it's like spirituality, because we dove into a lot of different religions.
Santa Claus.
Oh.
Expand.
Santa Claus is
on
not
that.
a religion.
Not what I was
You know, the
referring
great
to.
Church of Saint Nick?
Of
yeah.
course.
Yeah. Well, Santa Claus is based off of the mushroom shaman.
Or is it Saint Nicholas? The guy he's named after.
No.
I have no research, so I will take her word. No, that makes it sound like I'm disagreeing with you.
Good.
Yeah, no. No, like the shaman.
Shut up. No.
No,
Fuck you.
I don't remember all of it. But the shaman would go around in the wintertime and give out magic mushrooms to all the people in the civilization, and he would deliver it through chimneys. So
Why? What?
yeah, to, give knowledge to the community, because that's what they believed.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm really... but why chimneys?
That's how he'd deliver it.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
But why?
I
puts it
don't
right in the
remember.
house.
There's definitely a reason why. Michael, look this up while I'm talking.
This is
No.
winter we're talking about. I assume their fires are roaring to keep warm. Why the fuck?
I don't have an
Was he
answer
just
for it.
ripped? Was he too high to figure this shit out? What the fuck do you mean, chimneys?
Absolutely could be.
No, it's entirely possible.
He's just high as fuck the entire time.
Why do you think he's dancing around on roofs, putting magic?
No,
mushrooms
I
in
like the idea
chimneys?
that he's just standing. He's got like a whole basket full of them. He's just fucking
He's
like
going for
free
three
throws.
throws.
Ripped out of his gourd, fucking.
It's the mushrooms.
Yeah.
And
protein.
eventually gets to the point where like somebody's opening the door, like, "Hey, are you throwing shit at my house?" And he's like, "Yeah, man.
I'm delivering them.
Bro, you gotta try these. No, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing?"
You're trespassing.
Okay, so the reindeer also ate it. And it like made them super strong that they would use them to pull the sleds.
Nah, I don't believe this anymore. Nah, I was open to it at first, but nah, this shit's this shit is a
swear to
fairy
God.
tale.
There's a whole YouTube video on it.
Fuck the ultimate source, YouTube.
Yeah.
You know,
Nobody lies on the internet, Dan.
Kat, our podcast is also on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please
No lies
subscribe.
here.
Oh my god, we have like 0 views.
We've spread no misinformation ever, probably, and will never.
Did
Ever.
I tell the Paul Walker thing?
Yes.
Then
In our first one, I think.
then we did a little bit. Well, no, because we called.
Yeah.
Because we did find out that was fake.
Yes. Do you know his Paul Walker thing?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So I found this out. I think Paul Walker died when I was in middle school, I think. Yeah, he definitely was. And Paul Walker died, and I don't know who I heard this from. I have no idea who I heard this from, but I took it as gospel apparently, and I was saying this to everybody I ever met, that Paul Walker died going to cheat on his wife. And
Just not true.
I never
Not at all.
I never Googled it.
Nobody ever fucking Googled it up until me.
It'd been if oh my god, it'd been almost like 10 years.
Holy fuck.
Of me just in the wild telling everybody this.
Did you find the reindeer?
I am finding it.
All right. He's finding a source.
So Kat, you're also a tattoo artist, correct?
I am.
Kat actually has done tattoos on both me and Mikey.
3 of my 4 tattoos are from my sister Kathleen.
One out of my
Much
much more than Mikey. All right, real quick, I have a question for our audience. Kat is a petite white woman. Mikey is a
Me too.
smaller white man.
Sure.
And I think I'm. How much do you weigh, Mikey?
like right now,
Ballpark it, yeah.
like around 150.
150. I'm almost 100 pounds heavier than Mikey.
Okay.
One of us has 2 butterflies on the same arm.
Yes.
And I want you guys to take a wild guess who it is. The big bearded man, the petite white woman, or Mikey.
One of us has a dragon.
One of us also
Guess
has a
who has
dragon.
that? And a tiger.
And a tiger.
And a tiger.
Well, Kat, you kind of fucking ruined that one. Jesus.
It's not me.
Exactly.
All right.
Shut up.
Anyways,
All right.
they say because snow was usually blocking the doors, apparently there was an opening on the roof. So it wasn't exactly the chimney, but there's an opening on the roof to come and go. And that's what the shaman would throw the mushrooms down on the winter solstice.
So that evolved into chimneys for the story.
What
Yeah.
the fuck was that?
Excuse me.
You knew you were gonna yawn,
Yes.
and you kept talking
I
anyway.
spoke anyway.
You're a fucking amateur.
Nonetheless.
No, I'm kidding, Mikey. You're not an amateur.
Thank you.
Well, we are by definition
100%
amateurs.
we are. That's why I wasn't mad about it.
I just don't believe that. I just don't believe that. So wait, what the fuck does the reindeer have to do with
I'm
it?
finding it.
She
I'm
just
finding-
explained.
No,
I
she didn't.
Yeah, they know.
I literally
The
said
mushrooms
it.
gave them super strength, Dan. She said it already.
Yeah, no, fuck my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, they do say that maybe the people who took the mushrooms would hallucinate that the reindeer were flying.
So like, were there
That's
just
more believable.
So like, are you saying there were just reindeer around and they're just like, yo, fuck.
I don't have an answer for you.
I hope that's the case.
Okay, they say reindeer are actually really common in eastern Siberia where this happens.
Yeah, no shit. What?
Oh my god, and they dress up like the mushroom. And the mushroom is red and white.
Real quick, I have a question.
Okay.
Can either of you name all of Santa's reindeer?
Nope.
Give me a minute.
All right, because this is something I've been trying to do my entire life. I've never been able to
Name
get this
all
down.
the reindeer.
Yeah,
That's
just
your goal.
all right. Not like a goal, just like
I still can't memorize all the zodiacs.
Okay, yeah, but
Either.
one of those is space racism. The other is just 9 reindeer names.
There's 9?
Apparently.
Holy fuck.
Well,
All right.
Rudolph is one of them.
Okay. Okay.
So that's a gimme.
Yeah.
So you got 8 more.
Okay. You're counting?
I go.
So Rudolph,
Yeah.
Blitzen, Dancer,
Yeah. Both of those are right. Okay.
Prancer,
Yeah. You said Blitzen, Dancer, Prancer.
Dixon.
No.
Fuck.
Close, though. Close. Go for the easier ones. Come on.
There are easier ones?
Absolutely.
I already said that.
Damn it.
Do you ever pay attention? Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I used to know him. I used to.
Do you want to hear them? Because I
Yeah.
feel like this is going to piss you off just
Yeah.
as much as it does me. All right, so it goes Rudolph, Dash,
And wow,
Dancer,
who gives a shit?
Prancer,
Anyway,
Vixen,
Kat, you had
Comet,
something to say?
Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. You fucking idiot.
Fuck you.
And Kat does not know how to know all the zodiacs. So,
Peyote?
real quick for our audience, we had technical difficulties, so we are apologies for that if this comes out a little wacky. Anyway, Kat, peyote. It's a cactus, right?
It is. It
Excellent.
sure do be.
Mm-hmm.
I learned about it in the hallucinogenics class I took.
I learned about it in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I don't
I-
know if that was peyote, but maybe.
I'm sure it's just like their version of peyote.
He hallucinated from a cactus.
Wait, are you talking about in the desert after
Yeah.
the library?
Yeah.
I don't think that was peyote.
Well,
That I think was just like mirages and dehydration.
Oh.
Because he drank the
it
juice. He didn't
definitely
eat.
made him wacky, though.
Oh,
No, but he
yeah,
didn't
he
eat
was
the
definitely
flour.
high. He was
I don't
definitely
think
high.
so.
He was
No,
100%
he was
high.
100% high. They made his eyes all fucked up.
Yeah, it was a meme for a while.
I
Yeah.
never saw that meme.
We will show
It's just
you.
a zoom in of his fucking face. Hold on, I gotta find it.
But peyote. Everybody. There were a couple kids or people at rehab who were all about like, yo, let's go find some peyote. Let's go get ripped on peyote, which it turns out not the biggest flex at rehab. They don't love that there. Okay. Mikey's showing me a photo of a Saka ripped on some cactus juice. Yeah, Mikey?
If you Google Sokka close-up, you'll have a great day. Just saying. Go ahead.
Anyway, so peyote. Tell us about peyote.
Okay, I don't remember everything about it, but just one thing stood out to me so much. So there's a religion based all around it.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so they think that when they take it, they are communicating with their gods and their ancestors.
I remember when you told me about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's really interesting. They take it all the time.
Really?
The kids take it.
I heard peyote just makes you shit yourself.
No.
No, that's the other one.
Which one am I thinking of?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's
like more in South America, I think.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the one that makes
ayahuasca
you
is the
shit
one that
yourself.
makes you shit yourself.
Gee, I would not trust to take ayahuasca.
What about like one of those guided, like, you know, like those like 4 3-day
That's
trips?
what you don't want to go on.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because there are so many fake shamans now because of the tourism it attracts.
Okay, let's say hypothetically you get like a really well vetted one who like actually knows what
for
he's
sure
doing.
not human trafficking.
Like, I felt like that was in the well vetted aspect of it.
Just
Even
making
in that
sure.
sense, I don't know. It just does not sound like a pleasant experience to me.
No, it'll be hell.
It is like hell. It is like hell.
Yeah.
I heard it was like hell for like the first 2 days, and then after that, once it's all
2 days.
2 days.
Hang on, and then like after that, it's not like you're tripping. It's just like you're purging all.
Yes.
Because
every toxin
It is a
from
very
your body.
dangerous hallucinogen.
Really?
To take. Yeah. People die because the fake shamans don't know what they're doing to take care of them while they're purging.
Okay, again, hypothetically, real shaman
Yes.
knows what he's doing,
Yes.
trusted. Would you do ayahuasca in that sense?
Again, it doesn't seem very attractive to me.
That's fair.
The whole purging process is not it. No. Just the thought of throwing up was just, oh, no.
Throwing up is not the vibe.
It's not for such a long time.
2 days is insane.
Of
I would
shitting
not
yourself and-
purposefully make me
And
sick for 2
I don't
days.
know. A lot of people have like terrors during it. You know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Like it can uproot some things.
It can uproot some things. It can be nightmarish. Yeah.
So
I don't
then
know.
why are people taking it?
Well, there's definitely, thought to be benefits
Okay.
of it.
Yeah.
It's a hallucinogenic. There's thought to be a lot of benefits around hallucinogenics in general about how it helps the neuroplasticity of your brain.
Right.
And it helps you heal from trauma. And people just think it'll help them find the answers in life. Or help
Okay.
them reconnect their spirituality.
So, but during those 2 days that you're sick, you're not tripping.
I am not completely sure about
Okay.
that. Yeah. But about peyote,
Yes.
yeah, they give it to the children
Okay.
from a very young age.
Sick.
And it's always like kind of welcome to them. And especially when they have to learn things, they give it to them and it helps them learn it faster.
Like
is what they say.
Like for school stuff, like math and
Yeah,
stuff.
or if they were to learn an instrument. Yeah. But they also said that if there was something troubling them, they would make them take it and they would like say everything that they did wrong and demons would come and punish them for doing bad things during the trip and stuff. But
Up until now, I thought these guys were pretty cool.
Yeah, nah.
well, again, they believe
just
it's
the
their
ultimate
gods
shame.
and their
Fuck.
ancestors talking to them
Okay.
through this.
Yeah.
Oh, so like when you jerk off to something weird and you have to think about your family line staring at you from heaven.
I'm sure it's just like that, Dan.
Yeah, but they're there.
Okay.
And they're like they're saying it to your face. Like, yo, Jesus Christ, man.
I can't attest to that.
That chick had such a massive cock, bro.
Let's not.
You're giggling. It's okay. It's okay to laugh at these jokes.
Anyways.
Peyote.
What shocked me the most, that's just ingrained in my memory, and I think it always will be, is that the pregnant woman took it.
Okay.
Oh.
Was that not cash money, or was that... Like, does peyote have any noticeable effects on a pregnant woman, or, like, their kid?
Turns out it is pretty cash money.
For a pregnancy?
Yeah. You wouldn't think so. But when the pregnant woman trips, turns out the baby also trips.
Oh.
In the, like, inside?
In the womb, the baby is tripping.
Really?
And you would be like, so what does this mean? You know?
Yeah.
But you think about it, hallucinogenics has benefits on the brain.
Okay.
So it actually helps the baby. That's what science literally found. It helps the baby.
Like 100% of the time, or is it situational?
It's completely safe. Is what?
Helps the baby in what way?
It helps their brain develop faster.
Are you serious?
Because it's stimulating the brain from the womb.
Huh.
So immediately, the brain is giving that activity that it normally wouldn't have up until much, much later.
Kind of the same stimulation it would get from the outside world.
I see.
Because it's as if, you know, they're dreaming.
Yeah.
And they're actually seeing things that they can't see anything in the womb.
That's wild.
That's actually amazing. Jesus.
Yeah. Their brains developed way faster than a normal baby's would.
So is this just peyote, or is, like, also psilocybin and stuff like that?
I only heard there being, like, scientific discovery about it with peyote,
just
because
like
it's a
applied
regular
research.
practice.
Okay,
So they wanted to research it. I don't know if there's a regular practice of pregnant women taking mushrooms or enough to be studied
I'll
at
ask
that
around
point.
FAU.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's probably some dude throwing them up chimneys somewhere.
I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure it's happened, but not maybe in an organized fashion the same way.
Okay.
Like, this is a known thing to happen within their religion.
Right.
Okay.
And their community, you know?
Okay, so I have a question for you, Kat. So we've been talking a lot about the natural psychedelics. What about manufactured, or
Like LSD.
Like LSD, DMT,
Acid.
which is LSD.
Got
so
it.
I didn't learn about that in
Okay.
my classes because it was plants and spirituality.
Oh, so there was no crossover?
No,
Oh, okay.
there was not. But I recently saw a TikTok that talked about
TikTok, the
Yes.
ultimate source.
Yes.
Nobody lies on the internet, Dan.
Dude, fuck scientific journals. We got
So,
TikTok, bro.
according to this TikTok, there are scientific studies that show we have very similar brain activity when we are on LSD to that of infants.
Oh.
So they're saying that infants are experiencing what we experience on LSD.
Okay.
I've
The
been
same brain
picturing
activity.
every dumb, babbling, waddling child as just whipped
They're just
on
tripping
fucking
so
LSD is a hilarious sight. After working with kids for 3 years, that's incredible.
But it totally
I believe
makes
you
sense.
100%.
It
Yes.
totally makes sense.
Absolutely.
The amount of awe they see in the world,
Mm-hmm.
the curiosity.
Well, it's, yeah. Why the fuck did I sound so dismissive right there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
but it sounded like you were coming up to a butt.
No, I'm not. That
Okay.
was just
Did
me.
you ask a baby?
Where's the first?
The baby told you this?
How many babies are you talking to on the average day? What's this data pool you're using? Kids are weird. Kids are gross.
I love working with children.
I told him about
Bob.
Bob.
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob may or may not have pissed himself on the pool deck.
Oh,
Billy may not.
That's
have,
a great
Billy
story.
may or may not have
Billy
said
Bob.
the fuck word. Billy Bob may not have said the fuck word.
I mean, we can record. We can just record over you saying his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
So.
Wait, are we just gonna?
no,
Child. So child.
It's fine.
All right, we're
That we're
rolling with it.
referencing.
You can put a sound effect over it.
I don't know how to do that.
I'll figure it out.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will. I can just add it on later. Anyway, child that we were referencing, was watching a movie. You were there for this. Do you want to tell this story?
Yes.
Okay, go
You
ahead.
were there?
Not there?
I was not there
Oh
yet.
my
That was
God, you
before
were
I started
retelling
working.
my story.
I was, yeah.
Oh my god, he was so
Why
funny.
you liar?
I wasn't there for that.
You didn't tell me that.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
He might have like just turned 4.
Okay.
I feel like he just turned 4.
Wait, he's 4?
Yes.
Oh my god. Tell the story. Tell the story.
And we're all sitting together on the couch, like all cuddled up, watching this little kids movie. And the bully goes and throws the nerdy kid in the trash can. And
Damn.
this sweet
Hate it
little
when that
4-year-old
happens.
child just screams out, it's like, why is he so mean? Why is he so fucking mean?
How do you handle that, Cat, as the adult in charge? What do you do in that scenario?
I think I was just like, you can't say that! And then his little sister goes, say it again. He's like, okay, fuck!
Of course she did.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be clear, this was one of our favorite families that
Oh,
worked
yeah.
there. 100%.
Yes.
We
little,
love these
little
kids.
angel child.
Yes.
Well.
No, they were
No.
not. Neither of them were.
He looked like a little angel child.
Yes, he was just a little surfer boy.
I just remember the time I was on the pool deck and him and this other boy were like, they just found a shovel and they were so happy. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, we're going to go kill birds. I'm like,
God damn it, Cat. What the fuck?
Maybe 5.
We had one kid that you knew him before I did. Do you want to share some of your experiences before I share some of mine? Yes.
Okay.
Him and his little brother.
Yeah, we gave him a balloon because he was acting up a ton, and he was just so happy with this balloon and a marker drawing on it, and I was like, he's calmed down. Art's helped him. Like, that's such a cute little,
That's when you decided to become an art therapist. Yeah.
No. I see he filled up the balloons with drawings, and I'm like, what did you draw? And I looked at it. It's a ton of dead bodies with blood all over it.
What the fuck?
It was like, what? And he just kept screaming out, throwing the balloon. He's like, die in 5 minutes. Die in 5 minutes. And I'm like, what?
What the fuck?
And then his little brother tried to eat her finger.
Yeah, his little brother, I think, was nonverbal or he was deaf, but they didn't know that. I don't know.
Wait, how the fuck don't you know if a kid's deaf or not?
Because he was like 3, so
The parents were very odd.
he couldn't talk.
Okay.
And I was trying to figure out what he wanted for dinner, and obviously his brother was no help.
Well, you didn't die in 5 minutes.
I didn't.
How dare you?
Kind of
I
sad.
know.
Just
He
ruined
made
the
his
night
demands.
for her.
Drew out instructions for
Exactly.
me. I don't know. I messed
You get
up.
added to the pile. You get mid. You get like mid center.
Yeah. So I was trying to get his brother to eat some French fries, and I was feeding it to him, and
French fry ran out.
French fry ran out, and Buddy just bit down on my finger and wouldn't let go.
Oh my god.
And I was like screaming for the other counselors because Buddy was gonna bite my finger off. And for like 5 minutes, we're trying to get my finger out of his mouth. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And his brother's just still running around screaming, die in 5 minutes while my finger's getting eaten off.
No, they teamed up. This was a planned operation.
Sure was.
Oh
His
my
brother
God.
trapped me in.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. What
So-
the fuck's wrong with
So when I
kids?
started working there,
Okay.
uh,
Wait, real
his
quick.
mom-
this is at a country club,
This
right?
Oh
is- at a
yeah, a
country
very prestigious country
Yes.
club.
Dad probably. I don't think I've ever been more freaked out by a person's just their presence, other than this guy.
Like, how so?
He looked like a mortician, and his wife looked dead.
Oh yeah.
She was as pale could be.
I mean, when you love what you do you ever really work at all?
So, they were just very, very strange.
Okay, so I'm picturing Misha and more the Addams family.
Kinda.
Okay,
Kinda.
perfect.
Yeah, so then, very normal looking boys.
Okay.
Just less gothic, more just dead.
Yeah.
More
more
Morticia,
on the
okay.
rotting side. And
That's a
So-
very choice word, Jesus.
so the older brother, we have him for our kids' night, and he's pretty fine at first,
Okay.
and then we tried to get him to play ping pong, and we handed him the paddle, and he did not let it go for the rest of the night. He ran around swinging it, throwing it at the walls.
And how many
Just-
hours?
Probably 4.
Oh my God.
Walked around, saw a kid playing with beads, making a bracelet, and I was
Okay.
helping him.
Very
He walked-
wholesome.
One of probably my favorite family there.
With the kid making beads or the kid with the...
No, the kid making beads. They were the absolute sweetest.
Okay.
They were angels.
Okay.
This boy, thank God it was him, because that kid's indestructible. You could throw him off a building, he'd bounce.
Okay.
That kid's
alright.
insane.
So he's
Yeah.
safe. He's fine.
He's fine. That doesn't stop his shortcomings, though. The boy with the paddle comes right up behind him and cracks him in the back of the head with the
Oh
paddle.
my fucking...
And that was the first time I saw him cry. But
Yeah, fucking Christ, dude. This is...
and then there was like
Which is the same kid who was screaming, die in 5 minutes.
same kid.
Yeah.
And then
All right.
he was like, the food came for everybody, and he said his prayers, and nobody else said their prayers.
The nice kid
The
or...
nice kid.
Okay.
The nice
all
kid.
right.
And then he starts yelling out, if you don't believe in God, my dad's gonna put you in a bag.
What the fuck? I used to go to these. We didn't have these weird fucking kids, man. We just, like, some kid just brought an iPad once, and he just played with that. We didn't have this weird shit.
No,
Jesus.
this was insane. These kids legitimately scared me.
Yeah, I don't fucking blame.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Dude, I'd start hitting kids at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not like hurting them, but like...
No. But I can't stand them though.
I mean, like, if they're gnawing off my sister's finger...
He loved pickles. The little one who ate a finger, he loved pickles.
Solid transition, alright.
He would give him like the sliced dill pickle, and he would eat it like corn. He'd just eat out the middle of it and leave the skin.
Fair enough.
I've never wanted
It
kids love in my
freaked me
life.
out so bad.
No, that's whack as shit. Oh my god.
These fucking kids. These fucking... Cat would also do that, but that's neither here nor there. Oh my god. Those were probably the worst kids there.
There were the preteens.
There were the preteens. Those were pretty bad.
What was wrong with the
They were just
preteen?
trying to teach the kids 6 and like curse word.
No, that wasn't the bad thing. The bad thing...
This podcast is just turning into talking about kids.
Peyote?
Alright, real quick.
Okay.
What? No, real quick.
Quick
What did the
tangent,
preteen?
yeah.
What did the preteens do?
Okay.
That was so bad.
we had just got a new gym. and they took a wall of the gym and covered them in individual flat screens.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of having
right.
like a major screen as the wall, you know, they just connected all these flat screens together to try to make a wall TV.
I
It
got
was
it.
So they were
beautiful.
all synced up.
They were
Yeah.
very, very
No,
nice.
that sounds insanely cool.
Yeah,
was.
and they would show
Very
like
expensive.
the ocean and stuff on it, like real pretty stuff while
Mm-hmm.
people were working out. So these members did not give a shit about their kids.
Okay.
So the kids would act out for attention, you know, trying to get something out of their parents. Like, I get it. From when they were little, we could see their parents didn't care about them. They would just send them off with us. And
All right, Jesus, strong
It was
stance.
true.
Okay.
yeah.
My parents loved me, and they sent me to these things.
Okay, it wasn't all the
It
parents.
wasn't all of them,
but
no.
there was
You
a
could
hot
also
few.
tell a difference in the parents who did care about their kids.
The kids that acted out were the ones that had the parents that showed they didn't really give much
Yeah.
attention to them.
All the families we loved were parents who were very, very involved.
So the parents would just let the preteens out, do whatever they wanted across the country club while the parents would go get drunk at the pool. And so a whole gang of preteens got together into the gym and thought it would be super fun to take the weights and throw it at this wall of flat screens. And I guess maybe see how many flat screens each of them could break with the weights.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
How old are they?
Probably like 12, 13.
Oh my god. That's...
Yeah.
Wait,
Jesus.
sorry. One more thing about that weird fucking family.
Okay. alright.
They got banned. They got banned from the club.
They got kicked out of the
They
club.
I
got
didn't know
banned
that.
from the club because apparently on multiple occasions they asked the father to stop disciplining the children in the bathroom, and they wouldn't stop
Ooh.
Oh,
because
boy.
apparently the kids' screams could be heard from the dining room.
Oh my
shit.
god.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I had to have told you that before.
Maybe I just
Yeah.
forget a lot of things.
That's fair. But yeah, nah, they got banned from the club.
Oy vey.
Yeah.
So peyote. Or
Oh, well, I mean, I kind of told most of what I know about that.
okay. So Kat, tell us about your tattooing experience as an artist. Because me and Mikey both have several bits of ink on us.
Yeah,
Several which you have done.
I have.
Most even.
Yeah, I
Well, for
mean,
some.
I
For
mostly just do permanent makeup now. I started with permanent makeup. I wanted to be a tattoo artist. My mom did not like that idea. And
Not at all.
not at all.
She was very upset when I came home with my first.
Not as upset as when I came home with my first.
Oh, that's true.
I broke the seal.
Yes, I would not have gotten away with half the shit that
Yeah,
I did.
it's because of me. I got everything for it.
Yes.
And yeah, when I first came home with, well, not my first tattoo, but
Yeah.
well, my first tattoo, I tattooed myself on accident.
How the fuck do you mean by accident? What?
Okay. Did you know that?
I did. You told me.
I
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does accident mean? though?
Okay. Well, I was 14.
Okay, 14-year-old.
Yeah, I was at a sleepover, and
It sounds like you just got a stick and poke. I don't know where the accident comes in.
okay, well, you're right, but like, my friend was like, "Do you guys want to do temporary tattoos?"
Okay, yeah.
So
You were under the impression that it would be gone later.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
You didn't
she
know it
was
was
just
permanent.
like, "I did a ton of research on this. I know everything about it. It's totally safe. It's temporary."
Hers disappeared though.
Okay, that's the thing.
Wait, is your stick and poke stayed?
Yes,
That's insane.
I did it when I was 14. and-
so it's 8 years old.
Yeah.
The stick and poke.
Mhm.
Well, okay. So it's covered up. I covered it with the dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just revealed who has the dragon.
She revealed a while
well,
ago.
yeah, they were supposed to guess earlier, so it's okay.
Fair enough.
If they waited this long to piece together like hints,
it's fine.
Yeah.
I
have the butterflies, by the way.
Yeah.
You can guess which one of us has a portrait of a painting, though. Is it the artist or the two business majors?
And who has two skeletons?
Yeah.
It's Mikey for both.
Fuck you.
I'll just save you guys some time.
Anyways, so yeah, they were like, it's completely temporary, don't worry about it. I was like, okay. So the three of us did it, and she was like, make sure you're poking hard enough because a lot of them don't stay. So
I thought that was the point of it, to not stay.
Okay, yeah, but
No, to like not show up in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the morning, only mine showed up. Neither of theirs stayed. I tattooed a Gemini sign on my hip. But
Solid.
Dumbass.
yeah.
Solid.
But everyone told me, they're like, it could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
A Gemini sign is not bad. I know a girl who tattooed a rough sketch of Sylvester Stallone.
Oh my god.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, it was insane.
But
it's horrible.
What would have been worse?
Swastika.
Okay, yes, that would have been worse.
Objectively.
Swastika's always worse.
Yeah, fair enough. Everyone told me, though, that since I thought it was temporary, they were really surprised I didn't put my current boyfriend's name.
That
no.
They're right.
Who was a
about that.
SoundCloud rapper at the time.
Is he still a SoundCloud rapper?
I'm not too sure.
Not keeping up with that?
Not too sure.
That was me, my bad.
Okay.
Wait, you were the boyfriend?
No, what?
God. So, yeah, I tattooed the Gemini sign, and then when I was 19, so 5 years later, I finally covered it up with the dragon. That was the whole point of getting the dragon, because I just wanted something that would cover it up. It looked like absolute shit. So I was just like, what is something cool I could put there for my first tattoo? And I just wanted it to be an animal. And I just looked up, like different symbols of animals and like the history behind them. And the dragon just made sense to me to get at that time. So I got it. It was a cool experience besides the fact that I sweat really bad. And the guy had like parchment paper down on the seat. And my thighs just sweat really bad, especially because I was getting tattooed on my thigh. And I just sweat so much when I got up, it looked like I peed on the bed.
Oh my god.
It looked so bad like I peed.
Thank God he's so cool.
He's so cool. Yeah.
He did my portrait. He's amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, I had it for maybe 5 months before I told my mom. And I was just like, how mad would you be if I got a tattoo? And she just started screaming from there. She's like, I know you fucking got one then. Like, yeah. But before she even knew what it was, she was just screaming, cursing for 2 hours straight. Before knowing what it was, where it was, how big it was, nothing about it. She was just like, you're going to hell now.
Oh my god.
Like, I can't believe I did this. Like, she's blaming herself for the fact that I've got it to such a low state that I got a tattoo. But more so the fact that she now believes I am going to hell for having done so. And then when she saw it, she's like, it's fucking huge. I thought it'd be a tiny dragon. It's not that big. It's 4 inches. Like, it's...
That's a very small tattoo.
Yeah, especially for a dragon. Like, how small of a dragon are you really going to get?
Mm-hmm.
So, now compared to my other tattoos, it looks rather small, actually.
I had a very different tattooing experience. My parents actually paid for my first tattoo.
Yeah, that's quite a different experience.
They chalked it up to, listen, you're gonna do it eventually, and we might as well.
Which was the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It was the Red Hot Chili Peppers Lego.
Why didn't you do more research into the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
No, I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't regret that tattoo. They're still my favorite band.
Do you regret that it looks bad?
It doesn't look bad.
Do you regret
healed
the
it terribly.
style of it?
I didn't take a lot of great care of it. I do wish, in hindsight, now that this entire arm is black, not like a blackout, but all the other tattoos are black. I do wish I had it just black.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Other than that, I don't know. I also never did any research on any of my tattoos. I just walked in and I got, like, I had a picture for most of them, or I was just like, hey, I want this. And then I left.
Why did you get a dream catcher?
Why? Because that's, like, the only piece of spiritualism I ever bought into. Because when I was little...
Really? Because I was just going to say, because you're not a spiritual person, why would you get a dream
So,
catcher?
alright, when I was little, I like, there was a while when I just couldn't sleep that well. Then my mom, like, brought me a dream catcher, and she was like, yo, this is, like, told me all the lore about it and whatever, and then, like, I was sleeping like a baby, and whenever I had a dream catcher in my room, I would sleep amazing.
Do you have one now?
I don't, but I have the tattoo now.
Oh,
So,
fair enough.
I'm
So
kinda-
you do
Yeah,
always
so you're
have one?
constantly
Exactly,
protected.
yeah.
No
That's
matter
a
where you
cute
sleep.
story.
It is. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
That's, like, I love this dream catcher. This was the first time I really let an artist do what he was gonna do.
Okay.
Like, no input, just like, hey, I want a dream catcher, and I'm
Wow.
gonna put it here.
And it goes so well with your other ones.
It does.
I
Yeah.
fucking love this dream one so much. That's one of my favorite tattoos.
What was your second tattoo?
My second tattoo was my family business's logo right on my forearm.
You know,
You didn't know it was
that,
did you? I didn't know for the longest time, so I thought you just had geometrics.
Why did you get your family business's logo?
Because well, one, it looks good. I think it's a very strong.
What do they sell again?
We
Doors.
we make high quality stainless steel doors and
So
galvanized
is that
steel
supposed
doors.
to be a door?
That's just the logo. I don't really
The
know.
company's
what
called
it is.
Next Door.
Yeah. So I got it because, well, one, it looks good. I think it's a really cool design, especially as a tattoo. And now that I have this, like, the cuff coming up,
Yeah.
it looks a lot better. Because before it was just floating there.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think it's a very strong, like, you don't see that kind of thing a lot.
No.
Mm-mm.
So I got that. Then I got the hourglass. I fucking hate the hourglass.
Why?
I just don't know why I have it.
Fair enough.
Mm.
And then after that was the lake.
Okay,
Oh,
why'd
no.
you get the star?
What star? Oh, space filler. I saw a bunch of people with stars on their elbow, and I thought that'd look cool. But I didn't know I had to specify it was the one with the, like, lines and the depth in it. So it's just a shittily placed star that didn't hold any ink in the middle.
What do you mean the lines and the depth?
Like, it's like, most stars I've seen, it's like a star, but, like, in the middle of each triangle, like, it's a line.
Okay.
And
yeah.
they're shading. And he just didn't do that. So he just put a star there, and the ink wouldn't hold, I think, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy was bleeding so
Yeah,
much.
it's the elbow.
On the elbow, yeah.
Yeah, and they were just like, yeah, it's not gonna hold. So I just left like that. And then I got the bar to fill space.
Oh, you didn't
Oh,
get
you
them
originally
at the same
just
time.
had the star?
No, I got them at the same time.
Oh, you
okay.
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sucked. The
Yeah.
elbow is one of the worst tattoos I've ever had.
Yeah.
I bet.
And then I got I got this one before the star. I got my sound wave. Then I got the lake. Then I got the star. Then I got the mask. Then the eagle.
Oh, so you did this whole arm first and then started
Yeah.
doing that arm.
Because originally I was just gonna have this arm.
Oh, okay.
But then I saw American Traditional and I got my eagle, which I love. I then got Just a Bump in the Road, the lady face, the doves in the heart, my first butterfly, and then like 4 hours later I got the butterfly you did. And
Okay.
then I got the cuff at
Right.
some point. And yeah,
Nice.
almost none of these I did research on the artist for. All of them were me walking in and like, hey, I want a tattoo. And they were the first people I talked to in the studio.
How old were you when you got your first tattoo?
I was 17. Because that's the minimum age for a tattoo, I think. It's either 16 or 17.
Mm-hmm.
So I was 17.
With a parent, yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I was 17 when I got my first tattoo. And then I got almost all of them when I was 19. And then a few when I was 21. But yeah, I've done zero research on any artists I've ever gone to. Which I think is the best way to do it. A lot of people disagree with me. I'm of the opinion that the best way to get a tattoo is walk in, obviously, like, tell them what you want, and if they're like, hey, I don't do that style, but this guy over here does that style, go with the guy that does that style and just let the artist do what he's gonna do. And if you really hate it, be like, yo, and he shows it to you, say you hate it. But I never trust my artist at first, now I do. And Kat, I would really trust you to do an owl tattoo. Or an elephant tattoo.
I hear you.
I also still want the bull.
Please, Kat.
Yeah.
I will think about it.
It's been like 3 months of you thinking about it.
No, you're so right. But, like...
Just give. Come on.
I just gotta practice more.
No, you don't.
No, I do.
Kat, as long as I don't get blood poisoning,
You're
promise.
not gonna get blood poisoning.
Then I'll give it... I've been telling you,
And
and I've been...
practice on us.
I've been saying this for almost a year, that if somebody knows how to tattoo and not give me blood poisoning, I will let them tattoo me.
Do you want Mikey to tattoo?
I've been asking you to teach Mikey how to tattoo.
I can teach you how to tattoo.
Fantastic.
When? Let's do it.
What would you tattoo?
I'm gonna give him the Heisenberg thing. Remember?
What's the Heisenberg thing?
The
Oh, the
Find
I have it on the back of the laptop. It's the drawing of Heisenberg done by the Mexican cousins. It's very simple. He can't fuck it up. It's one color. He doesn't need a blend. He doesn't need a shade.
Okay.
correct?
Oh, I thought you were gonna do it with the. If you do it with like the circle for absolutely.
Okay.
Kat, teach him.
Okay.
What are you doing Saturday? Teach him.
Okay.
And we have this on record.
Okay. I'm down.
Saturday?
Sure.
Saturday?
We'll talk about it.
What's this pussy will talk about it, Kat?
We'll talk about it.
She's never gonna teach you.
No, I will teach him.
I'll hold her to it.
You better.
I will.
And then I'll teach you, and you can tattoo Mikey.
I would just tattoo myself. I
Yeah,
really
fair
want to start. I was thinking about buying a tattoo
We
gun.
tattoo Sebastian in his sleep.
That would be great because he's been
he'd wake up, right?
not if
I don't know. He passes out real hard.
Yeah, he sleeps pretty deep.
Yeah.
When have you been around Sebastian asleep?
I know that I've called him while he's been asleep, and he hasn't woken up.
What was your most painful tattoo?
The
Oh,
elbow?
the wrist. No, right on the bone.
Oh.
Right. So my cuff comes up right below, or right at where you would wear a watch, and right on the bone of the wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
That shit hurt, and then the elbow is pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
For you, the armpit?
No, probably my eyelids.
That's pretty
Eyelids, I
bad.
imagine, are fucking horrendous.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't believe that you got those hate symbols written right across your eyelids, so
I know.
people would see them every time you blinked.
I know.
Very anti-Semitic.
I have my
and white
eyeliner
supremacist of
tattooed.
you.
It is a very big wing.
It's purple. It's ridiculous.
Okay. I did just get it touched up 2 days ago. And boy, I forgot how bad it hurts.
Wait, you got your eyelids touched up? You have to get permanent makeup touched up?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh, when are you going to touch up this tattoo?
Again, we'll talk about it.
Kat, come on. You got to teach Mikey.
Okay.
I'll hold her to it.
Yeah,
I will.
Michael will
I'll make
touch it
sure.
up.
We can make a whole day of it.
Exactly.
You teach us, and then
Yeah.
we'll
We'll
give
talk
Mikey a
about it.
face tattoo.
Let's go. I'm about to start a job.
Swastika right under the
Let's
eyelid.
I will
not.
tattoo your beard fuller.
What's wrong with my beard?
Nothing, champ. So I was thinking about doing that when I was younger, getting a beard tattooed on me.
That's
Why?
hilarious.
Because I wanted a beard so bad, and this was before I could grow one.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
And I was really thinking about it.
I
like,
probably would have tried the same thing.
Right?
I would just paint parts of my body.
Wait, what?
I would just paint like my entire hand blue, and I'd just walk around like that. And my dad was like, "Don't do that. It's gonna get in your pores or whatever."
Were you told that drawing on your skin was bad for you?
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
it bad for you?
You know, I don't know. I don't
Hmm.
know.
Yeah,
Can't be that bad.
I can't
or else
assume
there'd
so.
be more, warnings.
Yeah.
It's not like the package says don't draw on yourself.
No, exactly.
Yeah. What are your guys' plans for new tattoos?
I want to get the Icarus, but if I'm starting this job,
Yeah, you have to hold off on
a
that.
forearm tattoo will
Yeah.
not be good right now.
I just forget that jobs care.
They do.
It's weird jobs that care.
It
Well,
is
it's the
weird
country
if I
jobs
want to
that
work at a
care.
country club, yes.
But I've been very spoken about mine. I want to get an owl and an elephant, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
I think I'm done with tattoos after
Next that I want from you is the bull on my leg.
Got a lot of checks to cash.
But if you have to wear shorts,
Fuck.
yeah.
Oh god, I can't do that either.
Oh man.
What about just long socks?
I mean, like, yes.
I guess.
Wait, can you not wear pants as a pool attendant?
I had shorts.
Only shorts.
Only shorts.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude, get an office job.
I'd love to. But
They don't
that was the
care.
position.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Valid.
Mm-hmm.
So really all your tattoos are kind of being put on a hold for
Yeah.
this.
It seems that way.
Ooh,
Which is fine because I don't have the money for the tattoos right now anyway.
that's fair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I, had in my head I was going to be a tattoo artist. I, didn't care. And I got my arm tattooed. And now I'm like, well, should I be an art teacher? And I know they're going to care about that. And now I can't wear sleeveless things. to
I
be an
think
art
it
teacher.
depends on. I feel like tattoos on teachers have been less stigmatized.
Definitely
Yeah.
depends on the school.
Absolutely.
A private school would have none of that.
No, I had a private. No, there was one. Our head technology teacher had a massive fucking New York Giants tattoo on the back of his calf,
Huh.
which was really weird to see.
I bet.
Yeah, because I was younger then. I didn't really tattoos were on a teacher. Tattoos
Right,
are for
unheard of.
bad people.
I was always drawn to them. I always
Me
thought
too.
they were pretty cool.
How do you mean? No, I thought they were cool as hell, but
Yeah.
I did think they were stigmatized because they were.
They were.
In Florida, you can't tattoo shops have to have a divider from their window. It's you can't see tattooing from the outside.
Is that so?
Yeah, because it's
Really?
considered delinquent behavior by the state. Every
But they're
tattoo
allowing
shop
the
you've
shops.
been. No, but every tattoo shop you've never been able to see people getting tattooed from the window. There's always some divider or
Not at Mark's place.
No, but we went to a guy that had an individual office in a building of offices. So you could see it from the hallway.
Yeah, but
window,
that
yes,
exactly,
but not from
yeah.
outside.
Exactly.
Okay.
But Vatican or Ink Boss or any of them, they have some sort of divider,
Huh.
and that's why.
interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's insane. I don't get it. I do not understand the stigmatism around tattoos anymore.
No.
It's just the culture has completely changed with it.
It has, yeah.
Before, yes, it was a thing that was more relative to those who were criminals or a biker or in the war.
Those used to be the only places that you could get tattoos.
But also the
legally.
style of tattoos was completely
Yes.
different.
That is true. There's been a lot. Yeah, it was American traditional, and that was really it. Then all of a sudden,
And it was mostly men that had tattoos.
Yeah. But now it's if
don't
I were
make
to
it
walk.
like a sex issue, like a gender issue.
No, I'm just saying that more women are getting tattooed now too. It's not only for burly looking men, as was the stereotype
right.
before.
Yeah.
No, I understand. I got you now.
But now it's if you go anywhere around FAU,
Everybody has tattoos.
fucking
yeah.
everybody has tattoos.
But I will be real. I'm the only person in most of my business classes who have visible tattoos.
Is that so?
It's weird. In accounting, because it looks like I have 2 full sleeves,
Right.
and I always wear a short sleeve shirt. So I'm sitting there, and nobody else
Well, are they also wearing short sleeves?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn.
And it's like teachers have called me out on it.
Really?
Like not like in a weird way, but they've just been like, "Oh, I noticed you have a lot of tattoos." Like we did, like there was a whole thing.
Nothing
for,
gets
Good
past you.
observation.
like there was this thing in business communication, like understanding your audience, and they pulled me out and they're like, "Listen, you have a lot of tattoos, so this is what we would assume in like a audience analysis situation."
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, the deal that you made with your mom is everything would be hidden with a button up.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've made sure my blazers cover it for like job fairs and stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like any actual business dealings that you would need to go forth with, you would be in the proper attire.
I know, even at my internship, people have tons of tattoos.
Yeah, so I don't really see why that's a problem.
It's changed.
If
Like
it's on your hands, sure.
yeah, and on the hands or on the face. Yeah, it's not
Or, like,
ideal.
neck, yeah.
But like it's changing. Like even in the business world, tons of people have like, full sleeves.
I just don't understand. If it's not offensive, what's the big deal?
Well, I think it's just that stigmatism. People still aren't over it. People still
Absolutely.
think that it's like that. You know what I mean?
As sad as it is to say,
Yeah.
there never really was a reason to begin with, other than this is just the type of person who had it.
Exactly.
Now fucking anybody has tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird.
It
Well, that's
was
not
weird in my art classes to not have tattoos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 I guarantee you some of those became art teachers.
Oh, well, yes. Yes. The people I knew became art teachers had full sleeves. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yes.
they're probably still like I don't know. I feel like an art teacher of any teacher, it's appropriate for them to have
Yeah,
tattoos.
if you're at a university, that's the ideal, is it not?
Well, I want to be an elementary school teacher.
Okay.
All right, elementary, yeah.
I know,
That's a
I
bit hanky for
know.
parents. But I'd say high school or middle school, it's completely acceptable. Nobody gives a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our little baby cousin tries to peel them off.
Your tattoos?
Yeah.
Oh,
Aw.
she's so funny.
That's adorable.
So funny.
Mhm.
She loves smelling flowers. My aunt has like programmed her that whenever she sees a flower, she needs to go smell it because they're very connected to nature there. And my aunt has a whole garden and they go out in it every day. So I have tattoos of cherry blossoms on my thigh. She goes up to my thigh and smells my thigh and goes, pretty.
That's adorable. That's
Go to like the corners of the portrait and try and like peel it off.
oh my god, that's
She's trying to dig up a sticker. It's the cutest shit.
I've all right. So what about job ruiners? What do you think about like job killers for as tattoos?
Face tattoo.
Well, obviously face tattoos.
Yes,
but-
anything political, anything affiliated with a certain group, I would say.
Well, yeah, gang affiliations aren't
Anti-Semitic.
great. Yeah,
Anti-Semitic, of course.
swastikas don't fly in the workplace. Yeah,
Do
no.
they?
No, I know.
Weed. I would not get weed tattooed.
No,
I
no
don't-
associations to drugs.
I don't know.
Well,
what-
that's an insane. Who's getting weed tattooed?
A lot of
a
people.
lot of people.
A lot
I've
of
seen
people
so many
just get
people with
the
a
leaf.
weed tattoo.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my.
I remember going to our local pizza place at like 9 years old. And
Okay.
sitting down, and the woman bringing us our food had like a big marijuana leaf on the side of her neck.
Oh.
They either get a marijuana leaf
Yeah.
or they get a joint.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or what I've been seeing a
What?
lot is a cartoon character,
Hi.
primarily Bart Simpson,
Bart
with a blunt
Simpson.
in his mouth.
I've seen a
Oh, I
lot
see
of high
aliens.
Bart Simpson.
I see a lot of
Aliens
aliens
with
as well.
blunts.
Really?
Yeah.
It's somebody.
So like stuff like that.
Or just like SpongeBob. I see a lot of SpongeBob.
A lot of high SpongeBob.
Yeah.
No, I see that all the time. That's actually.
Or
no,
just
that's
gangster
very
SpongeBob,
true.
which I think is the funniest shit. SpongeBob with like grills.
I
And
would
face
not
tats. It's
get
hilarious.
a cartoon tattooed on me.
No,
Uh, no,
That's
never.
one
No.
thing.
absolutely
No.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And I'm all about like putting somebody's famous art on you, but a cartoon character.
A cartoon character is different because
it
that's.
is.
Cause that,
And
yeah.
it depends on the cartoon character.
Yeah.
What's an
SpongeBob-
acceptable cartoon character to have on you, Cat?
Betty Boop. I could see a Betty Boop.
Oh, so you mean like a?
Yeah.
Like an iconic cartoon. Not a stupid one. I'd say just not a stupid one.
I don't know what beyond Betty Boop. You can't get any of the Looney Tunes. Don't put any Muppets on you. Don't put.
People put Snoopy.
People put Snoopy.
People put Snoopy?
I
Yeah.
guess.
I never understood the
One of my
appeal of
bosses had a
Snoopy.
Snoopy tattoo.
That's fucking insanity.
Which boss?
It was at the Polo Club.
Oh, okay.
I feel like everybody has to regret a Snoopy tattoo. You know what I've seen and I've determined is a massive turnoff? Jack Skellington tattoos.
That's terrible.
Never seen an attractive person with a Jack Skellington tattoo. And I'll call out anybody. If you have a Jack Skellington tattoo, odds are you're fucking ugly.
Don't do that.
No, I stand by that.
Don't do
I
that.
have very strong convictions.
All right.
Do you guys disagree?
I would
No
be
comments.
madder about SpongeBob.
Well, I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, like,
I've never met someone with a Jack Skellington tattoo.
Yeah.
I
can
have on
infer.
Tinder. I've met
Oh, okay.
fair few,
Fair
and
enough.
Okay.
I consider that a massive red
Oh,
flag
if you
for
go
me.
to Disney World, you will see tons of cartoon characters.
Yes.
That's-
tattoos.
That's insane.
What do you think about that? The
I had a
Disney
PE
adult-
teacher
The-
who
getting
had
the tattoos.
who had a Mary Poppins tattoo.
Wow,
Well, Mary Poppins, that's not. I think of all of them, that's not the worst.
That's
Guys,
not
I
the
want to get a
worst.
Phineas and Ferb tattoo.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Gangster
I'd kinda
Phineas and
be
Ferb.
behind that.
Have you
I'm
seen?
Not mad.
Have you seen the?
Wait, the Perry the Platypus
Yes,
one?
I was just about to say that. You have Perry the
Okay.
Platypus on one finger and then the hat on the next finger in the back.
I'm not mad about it.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
would.
mad about
Nah,
Well, I
that's,
wouldn't get on your hand. I wouldn't get.
that's
on your
worse than like
hand,
the
but
mustache finger tattoo.
I like when they. Where's my pen?
Oh, you do the little face tattoo?
No.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking
The
about.
guy on the trampoline.
Boing 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 boing.
I,
That shit.
for a while, I really wanted a very detailed hand puppet tattooed, right?
Interesting.
So, I always, on the rip, I could just be like, "Meh, meh, 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 meh," but with my hand.
People get permanent makeup for the same reason.
For that kind of shit.
Go boing 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 boing.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
You care to elaborate for our audio-only audience?
So you draw a little stick figure guy on the wrinkle of your hand, and right under him, where your hand folds, you draw a trampoline. And then if you strategically squeeze your hand, it looks like he's bouncing on the trampoline, and it is hilarious.
But, okay, so you were talking about Disney adults.
Yes.
That shit's weird, right?
That shit's weird. I'm sorry.
That,
Any guy who's too obsessed with Disney is just
I don't think
As
I've met
a
a
dude.
single male, or I've never seen a male Disney adult.
I have.
Really? Elaborate.
I have.
PE teacher.
Pete, really?
Yes,
I have
he
at
loved
Disney.
it. He had a
Well, at
Peter
Disney.
Pan tattoo as well.
Like,
And
okay, like, elaborate. What kind
I
of...
don't remember. I think it was his head with the green hat.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
That's
And then I
horrifying.
think he had a Stitch tattoo from Lilo and Stitch.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
what?
Mm-hmm.
I could never. I would never.
I don't know. I had an ex who was way more into Disney than I was, and
Okay.
insisted that we went to Disney over Universal, and I was like, that's kind of weird.
Can I ask which one? Him?
Yeah.
All
really
right.
into Disney, really into Disney movies.
Okay.
Him?
Yeah,
All
really
right.
into Disney movies.
Nah, he's fucking weird.
All the cartoons.
He's fucking weird.
Yeah, I, like loved Belle and the movie Beauty and the Beast.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm like, that's interesting. That's what you choose to watch on any afternoon. Not my choice, but okay.
How old were you when you were dating this guy?
20.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought maybe this was like a
A high school
14.
thing? No.
middle school thing.
No.
No.
College, he met this man.
Yeah. Real quick. Now that we're talking about Disney, Treasure Planet is the only thing I would ever get tattooed from Disney,
What do you
and it
want?
would be I'd want one of their one of the ships,
That's cool.
but not in color. I'd like just
No,
the outline.
I
I
see.
think that'd be very sick.
Yeah.
Also,
Like, I see it for stuff like that. Like, if somebody has an Iron Giant tattoo, I wouldn't be upset.
I think
A
it would
lot of
depend.
people get Stitch.
A lot of people get Stitch.
Yeah.
No, that's another red flag one for me.
Ariel.
Oh.
I do see Ariel.
I've seen edgy Ariel. Seen a lot of
I've seen
those.
edgy Snow White.
As a tattoo.
As a
Yeah.
tattoo, yeah. Like a pinup girl tattoo.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at it.
I wouldn't love it.
Better than SpongeBob. That's what I
It would have to be
just
done
bring it
very
to.
well.
I would have to be very
'Cause
situated. There was
most of these just do look trashy.
real quick talking about very trashy tattoo pinup girl tattoos.
Okay.
There's a dude who got a naked Marge Simpson tattoo on
That's
him,
No.
disgusting.
which is
That's gross.
fucking sanity.
That's gross.
That's-
How naked?
Like no naked,
I
bush.
think making any cartoon character naked just should not
Our
be
artist
a
does that a
tattoo.
lot.
Okay, I understand that. He does.
Wait, what does he say?
Huh?
What does he say?
He does a lot of pinup art of
Cartoon characters.
yeah
Oh my.
with nudity.
Scooby-Doo, especially.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. You mean like Daphne? You mean
Yes.
or
Daphne and
okay?
Velma. Not Scooby Doo with tits.
I was
no.
about to
Okay.
say Scooby Doo just with a massive
Ruh-roh.
cock. and the text bubble,
Of course. Okay.
but it's gay, so he's saying Ruh-roh Shaggy. That rash looking.
That's enough.
All right, what is the trashiest tattoo? Just the old, or not the trashiest, like the just like you judge that person the most when you see it. Obviously, excluding
There's a
like
few
racism
things.
and like
Yeah.
I think a compass, and or a pocket watch.
Yeah.
Those are very
Those
basic.
Or a
aren't
lion.
trashy though.
Lying on the chest. That one.
I wouldn't call that trashy. Though.
I think chess pieces are pretty
it's
trashy.
basic.
Yes. Okay. That's fair.
I think text around the collarbone.
Yeah.
That's kind of it's not true. I think it depends on what it says, but what is the trash? Barbed wire.
Any
Barbed wire.
Yeah.
no,
Bicep
that's pretty
band.
good.
That I think
What do you guys think of elbow spider webs?
that's a prison tattoo.
That is a prison tattoo.
Yes.
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 Yeah,
Huh.
it's a prison
Yeah.
tattoo.
A lot of people say it's trashy. Because a lot of just
Well,
teenage
yeah, it's a
girls are
prison
getting it.
tattoo.
A lot of teenage girls
Are you
getting it.
serious?
Yes.
Yes.
To be edgy.
Ooh.
Oh, I saw someone on TikTok who had it, and people kept coming up to her. They're like, "Did you go to prison?" And she just did not understand that she did not know it was a prison.
didn't
tattoo.
know? Oh,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
almost got the webs on the elbow.
Why?
Whoa.
Why? Because I thought it was a great space photo. This was before I
Knowing it
knew.
was okay.
This was before I knew. I found out when I was like doing a little bit of research.
Oh, I
Okay.
found out a week ago.
Really?
Really?
On TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Love TikTok. Anyways.
But I think barbed wire bicep band is the worst. Is one of the trashiest tattoos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just face tattoos in general. Yeah.
Face tattoos are not.
I would
great.
not go out with someone if they had a face tattoo.
Glad to see you're setting the bar.
You
really
have a
high.
face tattoo.
That's not the same thing.
Okay.
I think.
Talking about her eyelids, just to be sure.
Eyeliner.
Yes. Permanent makeup.
I don't know.
Oh man, I really think
I
Jack.
had other ideas, but I cannot think of them now.
I think Jack Skellington is the trashiest tattoo. For
Okay,
me.
but you have
See,
you have
Google
your own.
Google Jack Skellington tattoos, and tell me what you see. Tell me
Are
just
you doing it?
any observations you
Actually, I
make.
feel like I'm gonna find a cool one.
They are not done well. I've never seen a good one.
I see a lot of good ones though. I see a lot of good ones.
Oh God.
Let's see it.
All right, we're having different reactions here.
Well, Mike's not looking at Jack Skellington tattoos. Cause she's on her period.
Yikes.
So Mikey just showed me a tattoo of a hand with a bloody middle finger with the quote, "I love her every day." Or love her every day.
Yeah, anything referring to sex, probably not. I've seen a lot.
Well, you
of
mean
girls...
just trashy? Yeah,
Also
that's-
drugs. Also money.
Yeah.
money, drugs,
yeah.
yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
I wouldn't associate with a person with this. Would you associate it with a person
No,
with this?
absolutely
Nah,
not.
that's
Of course
really
not.
bad.
That is a strawberry cut in half in the insides of vagina.
I have a question. Did you guys ever like think about getting a trashy tattoo thinking it wasn't trashy?
Yeah, I wanted a pocket watch.
Are you serious?
Well, I wanted it because it was the cover art of a demo tape from an artist that I really like.
I remember me and Kat talking you out of that one.
Yes.
Actually.
I still have it in my camera
Wait,
roll.
which one was it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, Pocket Watch by Dave Grohl. Fantastic demo tape. Very cool cover art. I wanted it.
I understand getting a name tattooed on you.
I think it depends on the relation.
I would not make the name that big.
Ooh,
No.
dude,
Cover your whole forearm.
Yeah, no, that's
is
a
just
lot.
Or if it's across your whole chest. I don't know.
I think the smaller the better. Because I actually have a
For
name.
Yes.
You do.
I have my mother's name tattooed in the paper all around the heart.
Oh.
Yeah, Beth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's very... Because even my mom was like, never get a name tattooed on you. And my artist was like, hey, here's what I have. And it was blank and like, you can put a name in there. And I'm like, ooh, okay. And he's like, what's with that? And I'm like, can we put... And I actually called her up. I'm like, hey, Mom, how do you feel if I got your name tattooed on me?
Mm-hmm.
And she freaked the fuck out.
Okay.
And I was like, let's just make it really small.
Yeah.
But then she thought it was very classy. It was very appropriate. Because
Yeah.
it's not an ex-girl. It's not a girlfriend of mine.
Yeah, this is somebody that's
Exactly.
gonna be in your
I
life.
would never put a partner.
No.
No, I think kids and parents are the only
Unless
names
they're
you can
dead.
get. I almost got a dead ex tattoo.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I thought about it. I'm like, no.
Yeah. I'm very, very hesitant to get matching tattoos with people as well.
I want to get matching tattoos. I think matching
am
tattoos
getting a
are
matching
great.
tattoo soon.
With who?
Yes.
With one of your friends, I presume?
One from high school. We're getting 11/11.
Get the fuck out of here,
All
Kat.
right.
God damn it.
All
Kat,
right.
that's the trashiest tattoo.
No, it is
No, it's not. No, it's
11/11? What
No,
are you in middle school?
The
Jesus.
most basic white girl tattoo is getting the infinity sign right on her wrist.
That's true.
That's pretty bad.
That's
Yes.
pretty bad.
That's really
the
bad.
basic.
Yeah.
That's very basic.
I did draw that on myself almost every day of middle school.
Are you serious?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about getting a yin yang tattoo.
Oh, I wanted that too.
I kind of still do.
I don't. Not
Okay.
anymore. I can't
I feel like you
justify it.
can't get that anymore.
I shouldn't actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel like,
What's your reasoning for not getting it?
I'm
I'm extremely judgmental, that's why. But I want to hear yours.
It would not be appropriate for me
How
To get it.
so?
because I do not have that sort of background, and
It's
I
just
would
a
not like
universal
to.
symbol for balance.
Ah,
I really don't think you need...
it also just wouldn't go
Okay.
with any of the tattoos that I want to get.
Well,
now
hang on. I have a
as well.
question. Since for your logic behind that,
Yeah.
I assume you're talking about since you don't come from Asian descent that you shouldn't have it.
Yes.
Okay, but what about my dream catcher?
Okay.
Because I'm not a Native American. I don't have any Native American
Yeah,
heritage.
but it has a deeper meaning to you and ties to your own memories.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't
but
really have a reason for it.
But is that better, or because I don't think it
You
matters
didn't
to
get it
anybody
because
else.
you were like, dream catchers are so pretty and I want to have it on my body.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
But
I'm
I
like,
think
this
that people
shit looks
don't know
rad.
that. I think
Okay, well,
because
somebody
random people are
asked.
gonna see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but how many people are gonna ask versus how many people are gonna see it and make judgments?
I don't know. I just don't feel right with that for myself. And
That's
it's like I don't have a good reason to get it, so why should I?
that's totally fair. I'm just
Yeah.
just trying to understand your position a bit
I
more.
see. I see.
Yeah, so nothing offensive, no paraphernalia,
No.
no face tattoos.
Yeah. Don't brandish money on
I
yourself.
don't like when the bones show through your hand. The bone tattoos.
Oh,
of
skin
on your
tears?
hand.
Someone just got that. Someone just got that filled in.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you
Yeah.
mean?
Someone that we know.
They got like a skin tear covered up?
No, they had.
No, they
bones.
tattoo the bones.
Oh,
on their
they found.
hand.
Oh, that's insanity.
Yeah.
And I know who we're talking
I also
about.
hate this.
No, that's god awful.
That's
Have you seen? Okay,
terrible.
have you seen the tattoos that are like perspective things, and it's like somebody's up here, and then their arm turns into your arm, and then you have the same hand.
No, I can't say I've seen that.
Those.
Wait,
Okay, so like there's like it's Jesus, say like at your elbow,
Yeah.
and like his arm is stretched out.
I've seen that with Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
terrible.
no,
I
that's
hate
so
that.
no, that's god awful.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
That because also he's doing everything you're doing now,
Exactly.
and if you think about
Not
it,
your hand at that point,
no,
really.
it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And it like
You just gave it away to somebody else.
God, Mario is just oh
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
no, that's the worst. You know what I really want, but I'd be kind of pissed because I already spent so much money on my tattoos.
Huh.
I want to get a blackout. I want to black out one of my arms.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Where?
Dude, I black out my I black out my left arm.
Are you sure?
I'm
Why?
pretty sure. Why? Like I'd stop at the cuff, and I think that'd look badass for a blackout. And for people who don't know what
I
a
love the cuff.
I'd stop at the cuff. The cuff would be.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And for people who don't know what a blackout is, a blackout is just completely blacking out a certain part of your body. So in this case, it would just be
You would get from like shoulder to wrist.
probably. Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude.
Dude, blackouts are badass, dude. You
but that's
have
a
to.
lot.
Oh no, it'd take forever.
It
Yeah.
would take so many sessions, and your whole arm would be scabbed.
Yeah.
You
Healing
could not
would be
move it,
so
dude.
bad.
Well, they do it in sections, I assume. I've never had a tattoo that's required more than one session.
Oh, it will.
Well, yeah, but I don't know how they would do that, like
Yeah.
session-based tattooing like
Yeah.
that.
And you'd be there for so long.
I would.
It'd
I
be
would.
so painful.
I don't know. You told me you thought about getting a blackout.
I wanted to get like black geometrics.
Oh, you lied to me then.
No, I mean I've thought about it, but I wouldn't do it.
Fair
It
enough.
looks rad. I'm not gonna deny that. It
like,
does.
what about a half sleeve blackout?
I wouldn't like it for me.
That's
I'm a
fair.
very pasty boy.
Personally, I don't like it.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right, real quick. Have you ever heard of the brutal blackout or brutal black?
Yes.
So it's like it's this tattooing thing that a few artists I think up in Sweden are doing, or it's in Europe I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah.
And it's just you get there and they just tattoo you for as long as you can take, and they make it as painful as possible. And it's like an endurance challenge.
Oh.
So like it brings it back to like tattooing as like a older tradition back in ancient times. Because that was what tattooing was all about in those cultures, as like a milestone, because it hurt so
Really?
much. Yeah,
I
like
didn't know that.
well, not in Japan. In Japan, it was like a story thing, but in like ancient Africa, like in Africa and Polynesia, it was a symbol of becoming a man,
Right.
that you could handle the pain, like any of those body modification things were. Because you're just
Right.
fucking up your body.
A bit.
A lot of ancient civilizations put specific symbols on themselves, to like bring certain attributes to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what never looks good though?
What?
Baby portraits as tattoos.
Yes.
Don't do it.
I think any like photorealistic
Yeah.
of people
Some people
get
can
fucked up.
Do it right.
Some people can do it right, but they
That
are
is
few and
one
far
that
between.
You need to research the artist for.
That is
100%.
something you cannot do what I do. That if you
No,
ever want to
can't
get a
walk into any shop and be like, I want this person exactly
No.
like this photo. Especially a baby though. It's just
They don't have the sharp details.
Artists since before Jesus could not paint a baby. None of them could paint a baby right. If you look back at old paintings from before Jesus or right when around Christianity became really popular too, when they started making more religious art with baby Jesus.
Yeah.
It looks so fucked up. He
Really?
looks like a tiny old man.
Fucking comics were the same way. If you look
They
at
cannot
babies,
draw babies. And they,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, they didn't use reference babies. I guess
They
that
didn't
wasn't
bring a
readily
bit.
available.
Well,
at
yeah,
the time.
you know how annoying it is listening to a baby cry when you're trying to paint
Okay,
the Lord and
fair,
Savior.
But it literally looks like a malnourished infant old man configuration. It's so bad.
if you look at comics from like the 60s, 70s, and 80s,
Oh my God, no, these are really bad.
at
What are you
babies,
looking at?
I typed in Dark Age baby painting.
Yeah.
No, these are fucking god awful.
Like, what is this?
exactly, no, they would do the same thing. It would be a baby's
That is
body
a
with just an
receding old
adult
man.
That's the
face
one
on
I
it.
saw.
With
Yes.
just an adult face on it.
Babies have
And it's
different
hilarious.
proportions to their body.
Yes.
But they would draw them in the same proportions as a
It's
man.
just a small guy. It's just a small little guy.
He's a little feller.
Like,
That's
what the fuck is
hilarious.
this?
That's
That-
hilarious.
oh my God, that's
a
horrifying.
fucking nightmare.
Dude, that's just a person.
Yes.
Oh,
Exactly,
no.
That's
they just
Jesus.
made smaller
Like, that's
people.
what-
Oh, God
This
did
y'all's
not
Lord
create
and
him in our
Savior?
image.
yeah, right?
Oh.
Like, so wrong.
Oh my
this one's
God.
even worse. This one's so bad.
Holy
Let me
shit.
What the fuck is that?
Holy shit.
My God. Well, no, that's a kid. That's not a baby.
Nah.
No, that's supposed to be baby Jesus.
That's well.
With
I'm not.
Mary.
I'm not arguing that's bad. I'm just saying
Wait, this
maybe
is
it's
the
not
worst one. What the
infant
fuck?
Jesus. Real quick, now that we're talking about ancient art, this gives me a great chance to bring up my favorite art piece of all time, which is the Nine
Right.
Worthies. And I've been meaning to talk about this on the podcast.
We have 4 minutes to 2 hours.
We'll make it quick.
Okay.
I'll make this quick. So the Nine Worthies is a statue. I don't remember where it is, but it came out around, I want to say the 12th century. And it depicts 9 people who, no, not what is the value of 9. I'm trying to find the 9 worthies. That were just like super fucking great guys. And they split them up into 3 categories, which was pagans, Jews, and Christians.
Okay.
So, for the pagans, it was Hector from Troy,
Yeah.
who fought and died when he was killed by Achilles, and he defended Troy, and they thought he was a really great guy. Alexander the Great, for obvious reasons, and Julius Caesar, for obvious reasons. For the Jews, it was Joshua. I don't remember what Joshua did. King David, who was, Star David, all that stuff, led the Jews. And Judas Maccabeus, who led the Maccabees in the fight against the Romans, which, started Hanukkah, all that stuff. And for the Christians, which, this is the weird one, King Arthur, Charlemagne, and Godfrey Bouillon. King Arthur is King Arthur. Charlemagne was the first Holy Roman Emperor. Mm-hmm. And Godfrey of Bouillon was he was the most recent at the time. And he was I forget exactly what Godfrey of Bouillon did. Hang on. But real quick, tangent. King Arthur was not a real person. There's no evidence for King Arthur being a real person. All these other people... No, because it confuses the shit out of me about this. All these other people in this painting are real people. Real actual figures in history. Except for King Arthur. King Arthur does not exist. There's no historical evidence for King Arthur to be a person. Godfrey only reigned for... Godfrey fought in the Crusades, and he held Jerusalem, and he was considered the king of Jerusalem for 1 year. Mm-hmm. And I just think that the whole thing is about unity and bringing people together. And I think that would be the only art piece I would ever get tattooed on me. Or some rendition of the Nine Worthies.
That's pretty cool.
It's a great art piece, and I encourage you guys to do your own research on each one of those figures, except for King Arthur. King Arthur was not a real person.
Okay.
My favorite piece of art is Nighthawks. So thank you for
Care to
listening to the
describe
$60.
Nighthawks, or are you just gonna leave it on that?
Nah, look it up.
That's
It's not my fucking job.
Hang on.
Alright.
We're going over 2 hours. Historic moment for the $60 podcast. Nighthawks. Kat, you have anything to add while I Google this?
Don't get a baby tattoo.
Oh, it's just the one in the... It's the diner one.
Diner,
I did
yeah.
not know that was called Nighthawks.
It is.
Is there any
It's
reason
my
for it?
favorite painting.
No, it's a great painting.
Yes.
Referenced in a lot of media.
Yes, it is. I love it.
Do you know who drew it? Or painted
I used to.
it? You want to give it a guess?
No.
Any guess?
No. Because I won't get it.
Just say a name.
George Washington.
For real, come on.
Jorge Washington.
Alrighty.
Okay, alright. Well, thank you guys. Kat, thank you for coming. It was a pleasure to have you. Mikey, thanks for showing up again.
We'll see.
What?
Huh?
You're already here. What do you mean we'll see?
Thank you for listening to the $60 podcast.
We recorded the podcast.
You've been a great host, Kat. Thank you so much for having me.
It's me and Kat now. Mike is out.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Have a good night.